Never felt so bored, I get high just to fall again. I confess, in my head, things keep moving forward, baby. Drop the bass, summer night, get undressed. Fiends and romances, fiends and romances. Drop the shit, I'm alright, you can stay here for the night. You and me, Valentine's, say the moon up in the sky. Drinking wine, I don't wanna say goodnight. If you wanna go, no, better leave me here to die. Falling, I don't wanna go away, but you've been stealing out my fame. Why you'd make me feel this way? Falling, I don't wanna go away, but you've been stealing out my fame. Why you'd make me feel this way? Never felt so bored, I get high just to fall again.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lady Bella, and in today's video we are going to tackle a topic that is becoming increasingly relevant in our fast-paced world, and that is how to stay productive when working from home. So whether you're a freelancer, a remote worker, or you're just trying to adjust into the new normal, these tips, trust me, will help you maximize efficiency and a productive work environment. So let's dive straight into the video. Okay, so in the next few minutes, I'm gonna be teaching you 7 steps on how to work remotely and efficiently and still be productive. So I'm gonna be doing that in 7 steps. So stay tuned in this video. Don't go nowhere. There's something dedication does to us as freelancers. Honestly, like imagine you're on your bed, you sleep on your bed all through the night, and then you wake up and you have to work, and you're still on your bed working. Your body will not adapt and recover from the fact that you just stayed on that bed and you were sleeping all through the night on that same bed, right? That's where it's really important for you to create a dedicated space in your house. I mean, you might not have the money to do something really grand, but I mean, a table and a chair works basically. You can now touch it up if you have the money to, or you want to touch it up. But the idea is to have a dedicated workspace that would enable you sit down and concentrate. So by the time you stand up and sit down on that workspace, your body adjusts, your mind adjusts. It tells you that, okay, we're no longer on bed, we are actually right here working and trying to stay concentrated. You need to have a routine if you want to be productive when working from home, because honestly there's so many distractions that can come in. Like, you need to have a proper routine. What time do you wake up? When you wake up, what do? You need to, set the time that you'll be waking up, set the times that you have to prepare for your breakfast, or you have to exercise if you want to, set the time when you start working officially. You need to just have that routine that wakes your body up and prepares your mind to get into work mode. There are no two ways about it. If you jump up from bed and say, oh yeah, I'm working remotely, I'm working from home, so you expect to just jump up from bed and get straight into get straight into working, your body will not adjust, and you figure out that all through that day you would find yourself so acting dull and unproductive, and you don't want that. We don't want that kind of behavior in 2024. So set a routine for yourself. Every morning when you wake up, what do you do? At what point do you take breakfast? At what point do you shower? At what point do you start working? That way your body gets used to the fact that you are ready to have a productive day. And that brings me to the 3rd step. You can't sleep in your pajamas all through, and in the morning, simply because you work from home, nobody's seeing what you're wearing, you just wear your pajamas and start working. No, you need to remind your body and your mind, you need to remind your soul that you are prepping for work. So when you wake up, of course you have a routine: shower, have your breakfast, do the things that you have to do, and change. You don't necessarily need to wear something really serious, just dress for the occasion. So you're working, obviously if you were to go to the office, you would dress very, very serious, right? But but in this case you're working from home, so you would want to still look good, even though you don't want to dress so serious, but you still want to look good. Now, for those of you that get to have meetings while you're at home working, you want to find yourself in a situation where you're in a meeting and they ask you to turn on your video, you will not run. It happens that you find yourself in a meeting, you're working, and then maybe you are in a general meeting, and then the next thing you're like, okay, everybody turn on your videos, and then you don't turn on your videos. That can be a bit frustrating because you are not properly dressed. So avoid the surprises, avoid the issues, avoid the whatever it is, but just dress. Prepare your mind, your body, and your soul that you are going to do something really serious, so it has to be that serious. And honestly, aside from that, it puts you in that work mindset. It just tells your mind that okay, it's time to be productive, it's time to be professional. So right now you're not just being professional on camera, and you're not just being professional to people, you're being professional to yourself and to your body and to your soul and to your mind, because your mind knows that anytime you're about to work, you don't joke with it. So take this very seriously, and you're going to figure out that by the time you wake up, have your bath, ensure you eat, dress up and get going, you become more productive because you have transitioned yourself from waking up into a professional work mode, and that's what it's going to be until you take a break or until you close for the day. So heading to the next one, which is you can't start your day without setting goals. I don't know how most people do it. People that don't keep to-do lists, I don't know how they do it. The most ideal time for you to even write a to-do list is a day before, because by that time you're relaxed, or you could be tired, but at least you already have in you what you want to do the next day. So at that point, you just write down a few things. Oh, tomorrow when I wake up, this is what I want to do, that's what I want to do, and you just put your mind. So as you're waking up with an intention. You know that, okay, I have a couple of things written down on my to-do list to do today. So for you to be productive when working from home, you need to be able to set clear goals and attach deadlines to it. What are you going to do when you wake up? At 12 noon, what exactly are you going to do? When are you having that meeting? Who are you having that meeting with? How long is that meeting going to last for? Do you need to turn in any reports? Is there any documents that you need to write? Is there any video that you need to film? Is there any task that you need to complete? At what point would you say, okay, I have done this task? And just in case you're not done with all those tasks, is there a list of tasks that you need to prioritize? That's those things that are really urgent that you need to do urgently, or are they just random tasks that you just look at, okay, I'll do this when I can, or let me just try and do everything. So you need to be able to set clear goals. That way it puts your mind in a state of work. So by the time you wake up, you shower, you do everything you need to do, get dressed, go to your workspace, you are looking at your goal list. Your mind is onto something. You have an intention for the day. So you're looking at the goal list, you're looking at the things that you want to achieve that day, and you just get straight into it. Over time, or while that is ongoing, you might probably have new things or new tasks that just coming in between. They're just tiny tasks here and there that usually come in between when you're trying to do one thing or the other, but it shouldn't take away the fact that you have already planned for your day. That's what actually helps you understand if there are some tasks you need to prioritize, if there's some tasks you need to delegate or not. See, if you work you're not a machine. Your body is not a machine. If your body is even a machine eats, at some point you need to fuel a machine, you need to service a machine. So your body is not a machine, right? And even if your body was a machine, you would still need to fuel it. So as a human being, you need to understand that as you're working from home, you're bound to get distracted, you're bound to get tired, or you're bound to say, okay, I don't think I'm going to enter traffic today, or I'm not stressing myself, I'm not going out, so let me just sit down and walk. And if you can find out that you're sitting down and you're working at a very long stretch, and you're giving yourself little to no room at all to relax. So in order for you to be productive when working from home, ensure that you have times that you allocate to rest. Just have a dedicated amount of time to do a focus work or a deep work, and then take some breaks. So taking breaks helps your body recharge, because during your break you're going to use the restroom, you're going to have to drink water, you're going to have to snack on something, you're going to have to stretch, right? So it helps your mind relax, it helps your body relax. So that way, by the time you get back to work, you become even more, you concentrate even more than you were concentrating before, and that way you get more productive, you get more done, because your body is refreshed and your mind is refreshed. Yes, you're working from home. It's very easy for you to say, I can do this thing, let me just go ahead and do it. Brother, sister, have you ever done something and you feel okay with it? You're happy that you've done something, only for your manager or someone at work to say, nah, I don't think you did that the way you were supposed to. So ensure you always stay connected with your work colleagues, with your manager. In as much as you're working from home, sync with them, have meetings. Ensure that you chat with them, ensure that you bring them on your progress, because obviously out of sight is out of mind, right? And you being out of sight in a workplace, you're partially out of mind, and your manager might get lost into other kinds of work that they forget to check up. Oh, how's your progress, what's going on? And before you know it, you now go and do your own, and they'll come back and tell you, yeah, go and start again. So in as much as you're working from home, staying connected with your work colleagues helps you be more productive, because they get to see the progress of what you're doing. They get to give you feedback immediately if it's something that they need to correct you on, and life goes on. So yes, and that wraps up this video. These are the 7 tips that I have to help you stay productive, and of course these are things that I've implemented so far in my life, and it has helped me. So let me know in the comment section what tips what things you've been doing to help you stay productive at home, and each of these tips that I've mentioned that you've used before. Let's interact basically, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.
Never felt so bored.